Good morning and welcome back to Almus Market Morning. In the backdrop of limited economic updates, market seems to be celebrating the anticipated rate cut on Wednesday. US equities hit all-time highs, extending the rally into the current week. I think there is still discussions which are going around how much the Fed will cut on Wednesday. The market discounts a 25 basis point cut. Some have started commenting on a 50 basis point cut as well. On the Fed side, President Trump's economic advisor, Stephen Moran, looks likely to join Fed just in time for its Wednesday meeting. The Senate has voted to move forward his nomination with a final vote pending, which I'm not sure if it has come in yet or not. And an appeals court, meanwhile, has declined to allow President Trump from removing Governor Lisa Cook, which clears the way for Governor Cook to attend the September meeting. Domestically, some positives on the trade talks front. A group of negotiators have reportedly arrived in Delhi yesterday for the continuation of the trade talks. Good morning, JK. We saw some good move yesterday, especially equities and gold. Do you think there is a 50 basis point cut getting baked into prices? What's your thought?
Good morning, Swaraj. So as we head into the Fed meeting uh, tonight, it's a two-day meeting that starts today and ends tomorrow, and the outcome will be available at 11:30 p.m. India time tomorrow. So it's getting very interesting because the uh, the Trump's pick, Mr. Stephen Miran, is set to join the Fed meeting. His nomination has been confirmed by a very narrow vote of 48-47 by the Congress. And so he will be one of the members voting tomorrow. Then, of course, offsetting that is the federal court's decision, or rather the appeals court decision that declined to allow Trump to remove Governor Lisa Cook. So now that means she would be attending the meeting. In any case, there will be at least three dissenters, or probably three doves at the meeting. And if Powell also votes for a cut, that means the majority will be there for a cut easily. And of course, we know Valor and Bowman are extreme doves. The other points of interest is that quite a few leading bankers are now calling for a 50 basis point cut in rates. So that is the reason why markets have started to price in higher cut. So far, 25 basis point cut was discounted. Now that put a bid more for gold that hit a new high at 3689 today, almost at 37 is touching, of course. So now we the in the meantime, Trump has not lost time in saying that he expects even a bigger cut in this meeting. So that is a setting we are having for Fed meeting starting today. As far as the market is concerned, the highest expectation is for a 50 basis point. The least is for 25, and followed by the a series of rate cuts, probably in October, December, and January as well. An indication by the Fed to that end is what is expected. This meeting, we will also have dot plot by Fed members, where we will have indications on the future path of rates as well as economic projections on GDP, inflation, and also employment. So that's where we are stand on the monetary policy. One of the most keenly looked forward to meeting. Just for a perspective, when Fed started cutting the rate, started the rate cutting cycle in 24, after taking the rates up to 5.5, the first cut was 50 basis point after 25 basis points being cut. So that's one more added perspective for this meeting, of course. Now bonds, of course, have remained on the lower side of yields. 10-year is still trading near 4%, well below the 4.50 mark that was seen just a month ago. Stock markets, as you said, are celebrating already. The rate cut by Fed, the major indices in US making new highs. They've actually, ignored somewhat very dour data from US. There was one number that is the NY Fed, Empire State regional manufacturing data that saw a very steep drop in the index, and it also showed a big slump in the new orders. Also, employment situation declining. So that was a kind of report, but then markets are basically not looking at those numbers. They're looking ahead for the rate cut and possibly for the boost to the markets as well. Dollar also, tried to break down further, but not making much headway. Euro has not crossed 1.1780, still trading around 1.1750. We will see whether we make a fresh headway on the euro after the meeting. Definitely, it is possible if there is a 50 basis point cut. Uh, Today, of course, we'll have a host of data. The key number on consumption, that is the retail sales, industrial production gives some idea of the manufacturing situation, business inventories, as well as a crucial housing market data, where, of course, Trump has been, harping on how the housing market has been affected due to high interest rates. Now, as far as India is concerned, there were a couple of important news. One is on the trade. The trade number or the trade deficit for August fell marginally to 26.49 versus 27.35 billion that was seen in July. Exports fell and imports fell a bit more than exports. Uh, Crucial number was the US Indian exports to the US, 8.01 billion in July, 6.86 billion in August. So that's a trend that will be watched in the coming months. Yes, US and India officials are getting into the trade talks today. But there is no indication that there is a US is relenting on its demand for access to the Indian farm products market. India is very unlikely, most unlikely to yield to that because that's a highly sensitive decision to make. Perhaps there could be some more, duty cuts by India and some agreement to buy more energy from US, and perhaps even defense also. I think so. It's a lot broader trade agreement that is being looked forward to, that could be signed by November. That's an indication from Indian officials. So all said and done, Indian trade number was better, marginally better. The overall trade deficit for August, which combines services and goods, was at 9.88 billion compared to 11.72 billion. Still a very much manageable number as far as our current account deficit goes. We also had the wholesale price index yesterday. Then that came to the positive territory of 0.52% after being in negative zone for 2 months, mainly rise of food prices contributed to the number going higher. So I think at least we are out of the disinflation there. We can recall that the CPI number also went above the RBI's band of 2 to 6%, coming at 2.07% for August. There was also indication on unemployment rate in India declining from 5.2% in July to 5.1% in August. Of course, there are debates about these numbers, the various methodologies. We're just getting these updates recently. There are debates on methodology of conducting these surveys. So just a statistics, and nothing much to conclude from these. Rupee, of course, had some relief yesterday, trading as low as 88.14. It's not only because of Fed rate decision expectation, but also because there was some IPO related inflows and market perhaps taking a bit of profit on the longs since 88.50 did not break. And also indications of trade talks resuming today, that also slightly boosted some sort of a caution into the market. So not expecting too much movement. Rupee is 88 and 8830 should cover ahead of FOMC decision, and also more outcome from trade talks. Thank you.
Thank you, JK. And of course, I think now the build-up to Fed is what's mattering. That's what markets are looking at. And suddenly there is talks of 50 basis point cut. Leading banks have started calling for a larger cut. This has, of course, pushed markets, equities higher because they have started to celebrate. Gold has also went as high as 3689, almost $3,700 on the cards now. So that's the theme. That's what we are looking at going into the FOMC. All this while we had a 25 basis point cut priced in, and now suddenly there is conversation on the 50 basis point cut. That's it from us today. Thanks for listening. We'll catch up tomorrow with a fresh round of updates.